The 5 best places to live in New York. At some point in your life, you've dreamed of living in New York, and perhaps you still hold that dream now. But you see, there's a myriad of reasons why people should consider moving to New York. Despite being known for its high population and expensive rent, New York still holds a fascinating urban charm and beauty. It simply screams locals and tourists to come and stay. New York arguably holds some of the most exemplary modern and historical architecture, and it has luxurious mansions and preserved tenements from the pre-war era. And at the same time, it also boasts picturesque neighborhoods wherever you go. Of course, who could miss the Statue of Liberty, which is situated in the quaint Liberty Island of New York? This towering structure serves as the chivalrous embodiment that the United States is the land of the free. The economic power and large-scale metropolitan atmosphere of New York are among the reasons why more than 21 million people from different parts of the world reside here. That's proof that the Big Apple is indeed a nice place to live. Hello everyone, I'm Anne from PackAndGo, and in this video, I've listed all the best places to live in New York. And if you're planning to move here, better watch this video until the end. Also, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons, and let's get started. 5. New York City. The first on our list is New York City. Well, it's not that surprising given its popularity. It has been referenced in various forms of literature, and furthermore, it became a symbol for those individuals who want to get to the top. After all, the city is filled with some of the country's tallest skyscrapers. And of course, New York City has some historical spectacles and green spaces to offer. For many decades already, the city has been a beacon of culture and trade. Hence, everything that you want to see can be found here. It's not a secret that the cost of living in New York is pretty high. Compared to other cities in the state, New York's housing cost is higher than the national average. A decent home here would require you to spend at least $600,000, and rental rates in the city are pretty expensive too. For instance, a single-room apartment here would require you to pay roughly $3,000. Despite those steep prices, many are still allured to go and stay in New York City. It has some of the world's best cultural centers, parks, museums, and restaurants. Furthermore, it showcases diverse and contrasting neighborhoods. A good example of this is Uptown's Harlem and the Greenwich Village, which is located downtown. Venture further to Manhattan and you'll spot spectacular boroughs such as Brooklyn, the Bronx, Staten Island, and Queens. For retirees and individuals who want a quiet lifestyle, New York City is not the place to be. It features an erratic, fast-paced ambiance, which is not for everybody. But for those who are up to the challenge, you'll fit here nicely. 4. Rochester. New York's very own Rochester offers a nice mixture of progress and history. Many buildings and homes here date back to the previous century, with some of them having been renovated already to become workspaces and lofts. Others are preserved because of their natural significance, such as the homes of pioneering thinkers Frederick Douglass and Susan Anthony. In the past, many of Rochester's residents preferred to settle in the suburbs than in the downtown area, but with the recent changes in the city proper, people are gradually moving in. Unlike other places in New York, Rochester's prime perk is its people. Locals are known for their warmth and their kindness. They're welcoming too, which is desirable, especially to new movers. Finding a house in Rochester is not that difficult, and a lot of neighborhoods here offer low housing costs with an average price of $246,000. Moreover, its cost of living is lower than the national average, which is a reason why people remain happy to stay here. Rochester is also known for its outdoor festivals and ecstatic recreational activities during the warmer months. Lake Ontario, for instance, draws many of its residents for fishing and boating. And in the winter, ski hills and slopes are filled with people who want to have fun instead of hibernating. 3. Buffalo. Back in the 1900s, Buffalo was a hub of industrial revolution. It became the center of trade between the Midwest and the East Coast. But during the Great Depression, its progress was halted, and its astute economy fell down. Fortunately, things are looking good again for the Rust Belt area. Proof of that is the development of one of the country's most advanced medical corridors in Buffalo, as well as the construction of world-class waterfront. Its local government has also bolstered its partnership with new businesses. making the place flourish with economic abundance again. In another perspective, it is notable that Buffalo has a suburban community atmosphere. You can see that its residents tend to aggregate on its culturally diverse restaurants or on its local pubs. Avenues are tree-lined and streets connect its neighborhoods as closely as possible. Furthermore, I have to emphasize that traffic in Buffalo is more convenient than in other metro areas in New York. Residing in Buffalo is quite a treat that you shouldn't miss. After all, it's just a 20-mile drive to one of the world's finest tourist destinations, Niagara Falls. A lot of skiing resorts and facilities are also accessible an hour from the metro's downtown. Housing prices in Buffalo are desirable. With an average price of $202,000, you can get a decent home for yourself and your family. While it's true that property and income taxes are high in the area, its utilities and other essential amenities are all affordable. 2. Syracuse. If you're in the loop, you know that Syracuse weather is something extraordinary. If you want to experience a lot of snow, then you should visit or live in this place. Locals here are always getting 120 inches of snow every year, and that's pretty normal to them. But of course, Syracuse has more to offer than snowy magnificence. Many people opt to live here because of its affordability rating. It's better than most metros in the United States, making it an ideal place for both families and retirees. Furthermore, Syracuse is a place for young professionals too, because of its proximity to job opportunities and activities that can make them giddy. A lot of residents in Syracuse remain here to start their own families. They prefer not to move away because of the overall livability and comfort, despite being a metro area. The cleaning of Onondaga Lake is one of the stark improvements that the area has seen in recent years. Transport convenience is another perk that Syracuse offers. Its city center is just a 20-minute drive from various suburbs such as Liverpool, Baldwinsville, and Manlius. During the weekends, people there tend to go to Saratoga Racecourse located in Saratoga Springs. However, a lot stay to have fun with their booze. After all, Syracuse is within a premier wine-drinking hotspot in New York. A quick trip to the Finger Lakes and you'll arrive at some of the best wineries in the area. Houses in Syracuse are cheap. Its median home value is only $181,000, with its cost of living not as expensive as other metropolises in this country. Hence, it's always a desirable option for those who want to start small. 1. Albany. Albany is definitely a must-visit place in New York. Situated roughly 150 miles from the north of New York City, Albany is the state's capital, and it also serves as a diverging point of the Adirondack Mountains on the north and the Hudson Valley on the south. For most locals, Albany is called the Tri-City area, given that it contains the small metros of Schenectady and Troy. In those places, you'll find abundance of history and industrial progress. In the heart of Albany is Lark Street. Here you'll see galleries, churches, and small businesses lining up. Interestingly, Albany is hosting the First Fridays, which is a monthly celebration of culture and arts, and it's another site that you need to see. Albany has cold and snowy winters, but that doesn't deter its people from being active. In fact, Albany is known for hockey, and you'll see a lot of ice skaters swinging and swerving their way in the Empire Skate Plaza, specifically at the base of the world-renowned Egg. Furthermore, Albany features a cheap housing cost more affordable than the national average, and in 2020, its housing value was just $278,000, which is lower than the country's average of $315,000. Many retirees would find Albany a suitable place to live. The median age of this place is around 40 years old, which indicates that most of its young people are looking for jobs in other big metros. At the same time, it makes this area peaceful and family-oriented. Attractions such as the New York State Museum, Albany Institute of History and Art, and the New York State Capitol make Albany a colorful place to settle in. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to see more videos like this, just hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'll see you next time. Stay safe.